In the vast and breathtaking landscapes of the Serengeti, where the pulse of ancient rhythms beats in harmony with the wild, a remarkable story unfolded, one that speaks of dedication, respect, and an almost mystical connection between humanity and the natural world. For over half a century, Makonde, a former game warden, poured his very essence into safeguarding the teeming wildlife of this iconic Tanzanian reserve. He became more than just a protector. He was a silent guardian, a familiar presence whose wisdom and unwavering commitment earned him the deep respect of both his colleagues and the local communities that bordered his beloved Serengeti. His life was a testament to a profound understanding of the delicate balance of this ecosystem. Even as the years etched lines upon his face and his body carried the weight of time and tireless service, Makonde's spirit remained undimmed, his passion for the Serengeti's creatures an enduring flame. Though officially retired and facing the subtle encroachments of age and health concerns, he continued his voluntary patrols, driven by an intrinsic sense of responsibility for the animals he had dedicated his life to protect. It was during one such selfless act, while venturing out to check on a reported injured rhinoceros, that fate intervened with a sudden and irreversible blow. A swift cardiac arrest stilled the beating heart of this devoted guardian, leaving a void in the very fabric of the Serengeti. The news of Makonde's passing reverberated through the park and the surrounding villages, a wave of profound sorrow washing over all who knew him. His funeral was a poignant affair, a confluence of traditional indigenous rituals and the heartfelt grief of the park's workers, a testament to the deep impact he had on their lives. As the day of the ceremony arrived, people gathered from all corners of the Serengeti, a testament to the widespread impact of Makonde's life. The atmosphere was thick with emotion, a palpable sense of loss hanging heavy in the air as they prepared to say their final farewells to the guardian of the Serengeti. Chapter 1. A life dedicated to the wild heart of Tanzania. Makonde's connection to the Serengeti was not merely a profession, it was a deeply ingrained part of his being, a symbiotic relationship forged over decades of immersion in its untamed beauty. From his early days as a young ranger, his dedication went far beyond the call of duty, fueled by a profound respect for the intricate web of life that thrived within the reserve's boundaries. He possessed an almost intuitive understanding of the animals, their habits, and the subtle signs of the ever-changing ecosystem, a wisdom honed by countless hours spent traversing the plains and observing their delicate dance of survival. His presence became a reassuring constant in the wild landscape. His commitment extended beyond simply enforcing park regulations. He actively engaged with local communities, understanding that true conservation could only be achieved through mutual respect and cooperation. Makonde patiently shared his knowledge, explaining the importance of preserving the wildlife for future generations, bridging the gap between human needs and the imperative to protect the natural heritage. He fostered a sense of shared stewardship, recognizing that the fate of the Serengeti was inextricably linked to the well-being of its people. His efforts cultivated trust and understanding where suspicion could have easily taken root. The stories of Makonde's bravery and unwavering resolve in the face of danger became legendary among his colleagues. He confronted poachers with courage and determination, often putting himself at risk to safeguard the vulnerable creatures under his care. His deep knowledge of the terrain and animal behavior often gave him an edge, allowing him to anticipate threats and intervene effectively. He was a formidable presence, not through aggression, but through his quiet strength and unwavering commitment to his mission. His reputation as a protector was well-earned and widely respected. Beyond the immediate threats of poaching, Makonde understood the broader geopolitical forces that could impact the Serengeti's delicate balance. He recognized the subtle influences of international interests, the pressures of development, and the potential for exploitation that could undermine decades of conservation efforts. He subtly resisted external pressures that prioritize profit over preservation, advocating tirelessly for the long-term sovereignty of the land and its wildlife. His quiet vigilance extended beyond the visible dangers, encompassing the unseen currents of global power. Maconde's legacy began to take shape long before his passing, woven into the very fabric of the Serengeti through his tireless work and unwavering dedication. He mentored countless young rangers, instilling in them the same deep respect and understanding for the natural world that guided his own life. He shared his wisdom, his stories, and his profound connection to the land, ensuring that his spirit of conservation would live on through those he inspired. His influence extended far beyond the park's boundaries, shaping a generation of conservationists committed to protecting Africa's natural treasures. Chapter 2: A Sudden Loss and the Park's Collective Grief. The news of Maconde's sudden death cast a pall of profound sadness over the Serengeti. The vibrant energy that usually pulsed through the park seemed to dim, replaced by a heavy silence that echoed the loss felt by all. His colleagues, who had worked alongside him for years, sharing both triumphs and tribulations in the challenging world of wildlife conservation, were particularly devastated. They had lost not just a mentor, but a steadfast friend, a guiding force whose wisdom and experience were irreplaceable. The close-knit community of rangers mourned the absence of his quiet strength and reassuring presence. The local communities, with whom Maconde had cultivated such strong relationships over the years, also felt his passing deeply. They remembered his fairness, his willingness to listen, and his unwavering commitment to ensuring that conservation efforts benefited everyone, not just the wildlife. He had been a bridge between two worlds, fostering understanding and cooperation where there could have been conflict. His death created a void in their social fabric, a tangible absence of a respected elder and a trusted advocate. The news spread through the villages like a mournful whisper. The preparations for Maconde's funeral were steeped in tradition, a blend of indigenous customs and the simple reverence of the park community. The rituals spoke of respect for the departed, a celebration of his life, and a recognition of his deep connection to the land. As the day of the ceremony arrived, people gathered from all corners of the Serengeti, a testament to the widespread impact of Maconde's life. The atmosphere was thick with emotion, a palpable sense of loss hanging heavy in the air as they prepared to say their final farewells to the guardian of the Serengeti. Among the mourners was Elijah, a seasoned ranger who had worked closely with Maconde for many years. He remembered countless patrols, shared meals under the vast African sky, and the quiet wisdom Maconde had imparted. "He taught us to listen to the bush," Elijah recalled, his voice thick with emotion, "to see the signs that others missed. He understood the animals in a way few others could." For Elijah and many others, Maconde's passing felt like the loss of a father figure, a guiding star extinguished too soon. The weight of his absence was immense. As the ceremony progressed, a hush fell over the assembled mourners. A large male lion emerged from the surrounding bush, its powerful frame moving with a regal grace that commanded attention. The collective gasp of surprise rippled through the crowd. This was no ordinary encounter. The lion approached Maconde's body with a deliberate and almost reverent demeanor. It walked slowly, deliberately, its gaze fixed on the still form of the man who had dedicated his life to protecting its kind. An unspoken understanding seemed to hang in the air, a moment that blurred the lines between the human and animal worlds. Chapter 3: The Lion's Silent Vigil. The lion's arrival was met with a mixture of awe and trepidation. The sheer size and presence of the animal commanded respect, yet its behavior was far from threatening. It moved with a deliberate gentleness, its powerful muscles rippling beneath its golden-brown coat as it approached Maconde's body. The mourners watched in stunned silence, their initial fear giving way to a profound sense of wonder. It was as if the very spirit of the Serengeti had manifested itself in this magnificent creature, come to pay its respects to one of its most devoted guardians. The air crackled with an almost mystical energy. The lion settled beside Makonde, its large head lowered in a gesture that seemed to convey both sorrow and reverence. It remained there, motionless, for what felt like an eternity, its presence a silent testament to the extraordinary bond that had existed between the man and the wild. The mourners, initially hesitant, began to understand that this was no ordinary encounter. This was a moment of profound connection, a recognition of the deep respect that transcended species and the boundaries of the human and animal worlds. A sense of sacredness permeated the gathering. Elijah, his eyes filled with tears, recognized the lion. It was one they had rescued as a cub, 15 years prior, from a cruel poacher's snare. He remembered the fear in the young lion's eyes, the helplessness and the gentle care Makonde had shown it as they nursed it back to health. The lion had been released back into the wild, a symbol of hope and the possibility of redemption in the face of human cruelty. Now, it had returned, drawn by an unseen force, to honor the man who had given it a second chance at life. The realization deepened the emotional weight of the moment. The lion's presence at the funeral was seen by many as a powerful symbol of gratitude, a recognition of Makonde's lifelong dedication to protecting the Serengeti and its inhabitants. It was a reminder that the bonds between humans and animals could be profound and enduring, stretching across years and transcending the boundaries of language and understanding. The lion's silent vigil became a testament to the interconnectedness of life in the Serengeti, a powerful illustration of the respect and loyalty that could exist between species. It was a moment of profound communion. The story of the lion's appearance at Makonde's funeral spread quickly, carried on the whispers of the wind across the vast plains of the Serengeti. It became a legend, a tale told around campfires and passed down through generations, a reminder of the deep and often unseen connections that bind humanity to the natural world. The lion's visit was interpreted as a sign of respect, a gesture of mourning, and a symbol of the enduring legacy of a man who had dedicated his life to protecting the wild heart of Africa. The legend of Makonde and the lion became a part of the Serengeti's soul. Chapter 4. A symbol of gratitude and enduring connection. The lion's presence at Makonde's funeral was not merely a chance encounter. It was a powerful symbol of the profound connection that can exist between humans and animals. It spoke of a bond forged through compassion, respect, and a shared understanding of the delicate balance of the natural world. The lion, having been rescued and cared for by Makonde years before, seemed to recognize the man who had given it a second chance at life, returning to pay its respects in a way that transcended the boundaries of language and species. It was a testament to the enduring power of kindness. The act of the lion remaining beside Makonde's body was interpreted by many as a gesture of gratitude, a silent acknowledgement of the man's lifelong dedication to protecting the Serengeti and its inhabitants. It was as if the lion understood the significance of the moment, recognizing the loss of a guardian and a friend. The lion's stillness, its lowered head, and its unwavering presence conveyed a sense of mourning, a silent tribute to the man who had dedicated his life to preserving the wild. It was a powerful display of respect. This extraordinary encounter highlighted the interconnectedness of all living things within the Serengeti ecosystem. Makonde's life had been a testament to this interconnectedness, a recognition that the well-being of the animals was inextricably linked to the health of the land and the harmony between humans and nature. The lion's presence served as a reminder that these bonds were not always visible, but they were always present, shaping the delicate balance of life in this ancient landscape. It was a moment of profound unity, The lion's visit also resonated deeply with the local communities, reinforcing their traditional beliefs about the spiritual connection between humans and animals. In many African cultures, animals are seen as more than just creatures. They are often imbued with symbolic meaning, representing ancestral spirits or possessing a deep understanding of the natural world. The lion's appearance at the funeral seemed to validate these beliefs, offering a tangible example of the mystical bond that could exist between species. It strengthened cultural ties to the land. The story of the lion and Makonde became a powerful reminder of the importance of conservation, not just for the sake of the animals, but for the sake of humanity itself. It underscored the idea that protecting the natural world was not just about preserving biodiversity. It was about preserving a way of life, a cultural heritage, and a deep spiritual connection to the land. The lion's silent vigil became a symbol of hope, a testament to the enduring power of compassion and the possibility of harmonious coexistence between humans and animals. It inspired a renewed commitment to conservation. Chapter 5. A Legacy, Etched in the Serengeti's Soul. The impact of the lion's appearance at Makonde's funeral extended far beyond the immediate moment of grief and wonder. It became a pivotal event, shaping the collective memory of the Serengeti and deepening the commitment to conservation efforts in the region. The story resonated deeply with both the park staff and the local communities, serving as a powerful reminder of the profound connection between humans and the natural world. It reinforced the importance of Makonde's life's work and the enduring legacy he left behind. The lion, now known as the Guardian in local lore, became a symbol of the Serengeti's spirit, a living embodiment of the wild's respect for those who dedicated their lives to its protection. Its regular visits to Makonde's burial site became a pilgrimage for many, a place to reflect on the importance of conservation and the delicate balance of the ecosystem. The lion's presence served as a constant reminder of the interconnectedness of life and the enduring power of compassion. The lion became a legend in its own right. The story of Makonde and the lion inspired a new generation of conservationists, instilling in them the same deep respect and understanding for the natural world that had guided Makonde's life. Young rangers, mentored by those who had worked alongside Makonde, carried on his legacy, patrolling the Serengeti with a renewed sense of purpose and dedication. They understood that their work was not just about protecting animals. It was about preserving a way of life, a cultural heritage, and a profound spiritual connection to the land. Makonde's spirit lived on through them. The incident also prompted a renewed focus on community engagement, recognizing the crucial role that local populations played in the long-term success of conservation efforts. Programs were expanded to provide education, support sustainable livelihoods, and foster a sense of shared stewardship over the Serengeti's resources. As one village elder stated, "Makonde showed us that we are not separate from the animals, but a part of them." The lion reminded us of this truth. The lion's visit reinforced the need for collaboration. Makonde's story, intertwined with the legend of the lion, became a powerful tool for advocacy, raising awareness about the challenges facing the Serengeti and the importance of protecting its unique biodiversity. It was shared with visitors, researchers, and policymakers, highlighting the delicate balance of the ecosystem and the need for sustainable practices. The tale resonated with people from all walks of life, transcending cultural and geographical boundaries and inspiring a global commitment to conservation. His legacy became a global call to action. Chapter 6. Echoes of Sovereignty in the Wild Heart. Makonde's dedication to the Serengeti transcended mere environmentalism. It was deeply intertwined with the concept of African sovereignty over its natural heritage. His tireless efforts to protect the land and its wildlife were a quiet yet powerful form of resistance against external forces that might seek to exploit the continent's resources for their own gain. He understood that true sovereignty extended beyond political borders to encompass the stewardship of the land and its invaluable biodiversity. His life's work was a testament to this profound understanding. The story of Makonde and the lion resonated with broader themes of African resilience and the deep connection between people and the land. It highlighted the intrinsic value of indigenous knowledge and the importance of local communities in conservation efforts, pushing back against colonial models that often excluded or marginalized local populations. Makonde's approach, built on respect and collaboration, offered a model for a more equitable and sustainable approach to conservation, one that honored African agency and wisdom. The mysterious appearance of the lion at Makonde's funeral can also be interpreted through a geopolitical lens, subtly challenging narratives that often portray Africa as a land devoid of agency or deep spiritual connection to its natural resources. The lion's act of reverence underscored a powerful intrinsic link between the land, its people, and its wildlife, a connection that external powers often fail to recognize or respect. It was a silent assertion of Africa's inherent sovereignty over its own ecological and spiritual landscape. Makonde's legacy serves as a potent reminder that the fight for African sovereignty extends to the protection of its natural heritage. In a world where global powers often vie for access to the continent's resources, his dedication to preserving the Serengeti stands as an example of quiet resistance. His story underscores the importance of valuing local knowledge, empowering communities, and fostering a deep sense of ownership over Africa's natural treasures. His life was a testament to the enduring spirit of African self-determination. Ultimately, the tale of Makonde and the lion transcends a simple story of loss and remembrance. It becomes a powerful allegory for the deep interconnectedness of life, the enduring power of respect, and the quiet strength of African sovereignty in the face of global pressures. It serves as an inspiration for conservation efforts worldwide, reminding us that true protection of our planet's biodiversity requires not only scientific understanding, but also a deep respect for local cultures, indigenous wisdom, and the almost mystical bonds that can exist between humans and the natural world. His legacy continues to echo through the Serengeti and beyond. Conclusion. The story of Makonde, the guardian of the Serengeti, and the lion that paid him homage, is more than just a heartwarming anecdote. It is a powerful narrative that speaks to the heart of African conservation and the enduring bond between humanity and the natural world. Makonde's life, dedicated to the protection of Tanzania's precious wildlife, stands as a testament to the profound impact one individual can have on preserving a vital ecosystem. His legacy, amplified by the extraordinary appearance of the lion, continues to inspire and remind us of the deep interconnectedness of all living things. The lion's silent vigil served as a potent symbol of gratitude, respect, and the inherent value of Africa's natural heritage. It underscored the importance of local knowledge, community engagement, and a deep understanding of the ecological and spiritual significance of the land. Makonde's story, now woven into the very fabric of the Serengeti, echoes the enduring spirit of African sovereignty over its resources, a quiet yet powerful resistance against forces that seek to exploit its natural treasures. It is a reminder that true conservation is not just about protecting animals, but about honoring the deep and abiding connection between people and the wild heart of Africa.